Hi, my name is Marquise Thomas, and I guess we're doing an interview about my life or my experience. I am currently homeless. Um, Went through a pretty bad, I'll call it divorce because that's what it feels like. The last 7 years.
Alcoholic divorce?
No,
Is that what you said?
no. It was. I'll call it a
Oh, you'll
divorce.
call it a divorce. I'm sorry, I
Yes,
misunderstood you. Okay, go ahead.
but
It was a bad breakup.
um, no, not really a bad breakup. It, we grew apart. So,
What's her name?
his name was Robert.
His name was Robert.
Mhm.
If you could send a message to Robert, if he happens to see this, what would you say to Robert?
Please give me my wrestling stock.
Your wrestling stock?
Yeah, it's the only thing that I brought to the relationship because I always told him if we got married, I wanted the prenup. It's like I don't want to leave this relationship with nothing that I didn't bring in myself. So he used to ask me, God forbid something happened to me, how would you take care of this family? My wrestling stock was that answer.
Your wrestling stock.
Yes, I'm a lifelong wrestling fan, and every once in a while I do stock, so I have a little bit of knowledge on it. Well, thanks to COVID.
You mean like, are you talking wrestling collectibles?
No, I mean
Wrestling
I mean
memorabilia?
actually WWE wrestling, WWE, TNA, AEW.
So give us an example of what an item of wrestling stock is. What is wrestling
Um,
stock?
well, no, it's the publicly traded stock.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
So
through the
you
stock
bought it
market.
together with him. It's in his name and his account somewhere.
No.
Is this stock in like an online account
No,
or
it's actual stock with well, now they're called TKO withholdings. But when I was locked up, COVID had started, and thanks to COVID, you couldn't have people together. Me being a wrestling fan with a little bit of stock knowledge knows that you guys are plummeting and you're hemorrhaging money. They really were. It's the first time Vince McMahon ever thought about selling his company. So
I think I remember that actually.
I called Robert, who's a CPA, and I said, hey, I had just also happened to get all three stimuluses, 2 years back taxes,
Back
and
tax returns.
yes, tax returns, and sold my Rolex. So the money that I had left over after we paid off my two credit cards, I said, take all of it, buy stock in WWE. He told me it was done. It wasn't until a few years later we were having a rough patch, and I think we were both thinking about ending it. And I was like, okay, I just want my wrestling stock. That's when I found out none of my money got invested.
That's terrible. So you told the CPA who was your significant other, your boyfriend,
Mm-hmm.
to buy the stock.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't you have easily just opened up a Fidelity account or some other trade
You,
account?
you're not getting. You're not getting. At that time, you would never get the stock for what they were selling it at. You had to have gotten it during COVID because they were hemorrhaging money. So
Yeah.
the price for it was just so cheap. So
How long you been homeless?
about 2 months, 3 months.
Where do you sleep at night?
It's either at a friend's house. I actually met a few friends. They have a home in Clearwater, and thank God I got to pay up 3 months rent with them. So at least for the next 3 months, I'll have something going.
Okay, so for
'Cause-
now you have a place to stay, right?
yes,
But you have some experience with homelessness.
yeah, I got a lot of experience with homeless.
Is that where you're on your way to now? Is this house in Clearwater where you've got some rent paid up?
Actually, no, I'm going to a friend's house because tomorrow morning we're going to shoot over to my grandma's house and fix her stove and her sink.
Where does she live?
She was in Seminole.
Okay. Would she let you live with her for free?
She's got too many people living there.
How many people she have living there?
It's got to be at least 8. It's a big house, but it ain't enough bedrooms for 8 people. But grandma and grandpa have raised their kids, their grandkids, and their great grandkids.
Wow, I heard that happens with a lot of folks. If you don't mind me saying, in kind of the black culture, African American culture, the grandparents are
They're actually Italian. They are full blood Italian.
Your grandparents are Italian?
They're adopted grandparents. But
Okay.
yeah, I just realized yesterday when we were saying grace over dinner, I was like, I've saw 4 generations of Avitables cook in the same kitchen. So I don't even know that much of my own family.
So These are Italian people who are your adoptive grandparents.
Mhm.
So did they adopt your parents and then?
No. When I was 12 or 13, my stepdad and I got into a huge altercation, and he threw me out. And my mom let him. So
Is this your biological mom?
my biological mother, yes.
Okay.
And so she let him. So I just left, and my best friend's grandparents took me in.
And those are your adoptive grandparents. I gotcha. Wow. They sound like they're good people, huh?
They're amazing people. They are amazing people. Most of my happy memories are with that family.
What kind of work you do?
Usually I work retail, or like I just started because I was working with my ex for probably 4 of the 7 years. So I started doing taxes and
You know how to do taxes.
Mhm.
Are you allowed to do taxes for people, or do you have
I'm
to?
allowed to do them. I'm not allowed to file them.
Okay.
So I
You
can
think
get.
you're pretty good at it?
Well, I think I'm only pretty good at it because Bob's really great at it, and he's a great teacher.
And he taught you.
Yes.
Okay. So we're going to stop and we're going to come back and we're going to continue the interview with this gentleman. Please stay tuned.